Angela, also Brooks. Let's chime in. Okay, listen, this is not what this post is about, but let's get into it. So, I want to be very candid and transparent, um, because this going forward is going to be very powerful for independent contractors, African American entrepreneurs, uh, minorities, uh, who are being misjudged and um, treated as castaways, especially when they're professional. So I'm documenting this so that when things really, really start getting, because they will, because let me tell you something. I am not racist even a little bit, not even an eighth of a bit, not even as big as a mustard seed a bit. But white America, Caucasian America, you got to get it together. They will, what's, let me explain. Let me not say they. Let me just explain what's happening with me. I am a brand developer, I'm a designer, and I also contract with various corporations, a multitude of corporations around the world to make sure that their product is being not only stocked, but represented and priced properly according to their agreements with whatever retailers that they're supplying their stores with, or the retailer stores with. I'm not going to mention the names of the companies that have treated me like a nigga. Okay? And I refused to even escalate things as far as I could because I didn't want to expose um my contracts, my relationships, or my opportunities to even make a living while I'm building my brand. So not only am I representing other brands and making sure that their product is top tier and represented well in these retail stores and on their shelves, I'm also casing and scoping how the operations is working because I need to decide if I want to if I want to partner with this retailer, that retailer, this retailer, da 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 da. In the midst of me doing all this, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about retail companies and how they treat Black people. Okay. I don't go into these establishments acting like I am the president of the United States. I mind my business. I have my headphones on. I do my job. I do what I have to do when I leave. Okay. Now, it's been several companies that I've worked with under certain umbrellas that have been following me on the road. They have been, from location to location, around the stores, or the whole 9 yards. It stops now because how can hmm, hmm, Vilroy and Bach? I'm just gonna throw a name out there. How can Vilroy and Bach, in a retailer that sells their fixtures, make sure that Kamala, the next president of the United States, has their fixtures in her home? Or Barack Obama or Michelle Obama, when she goes to such and such retailer, make sure that their product is displayed properly and priced properly for whatever promotions or that they have going on at that time or not. If someone like me is not going out to make sure it's being done properly, so that when Michelle Obama goes into, and she's working on a renovation for her kitchen, Vilroy and Bach is front and center. And not only is Vilroy and Bach front and center, she's not treated poorly. It's not misrepresented. It's not, blah, 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 blah. Here's what's crazy about retail America. You have no idea who you're dealing with, okay? These major retailers have poorly trained staff that treats someone as powerful as, I'm not going to say as I am, but as powerful as I can be, with undeserved treatment that will in turn, or that can, I'm not going to say will, I don't want to impress that upon any corporate name, but that can change a business relationship between one entity to another entity with one interaction. I say all this to say, during this DNC, it's a lot of DNC, Democratic Convention, National Convention, you know, um, campaigning going on. The Republicans gonna get busy real soon. Let me tell you something. You retailers who treat people like me, who come in to not only serve the community, but serve the retailers at the same time, and then serve social justice. There's so many, like, you don't know who you're dealing, you don't know who you're interacting with. So I will say to the politicians and the consumers and the employees, the executives, it's time to get things in order. It's time to stop playing the game. Teach your employees, okay, to not play the game that they're the most superior because they have a title or they have a certain skin color or they have a power to push a button, because it's this video, excluding names, locations of brands and things like that, video footage. I don't even have to, let's roll back the tapes in the stores, okay, that can sever several relationships from corporation to corporation based on how you treat people who come in to make sure that you, the retailer, is compliant, you, the brand owner, is compliant, you, the employer, is compliant, you, the employee, is compliant, you Make that a meme. Yes, you. Okay. I don't work for the NW. I don't work for any of these, but I do. I am a people person. I work for the people. And when you treat me like I'm less than a person and I'm there to do it, let me explain something. Let me okay. Let me read something to you so you can understand. Where we gonna go? Yeah. Was that? No, here we go. So, let me go to um, not the authorization badge. Um, it's not the authorization. No. Attachments. No, I don't need to see that. I need to see. I want to read this to you because people really don't know. And it's not, it's not about power. It's about there's levels to making sure um a brand owner, a retailer, employee, employers, consumers experience is top tier across the board. There are people out here that really are important and make ensure that happens. Um, where is it? Let me go to okay. So I want to go. Let me go back to that chocolate. No, hold on, guys. Let me go. There we go. So you guys can understand um, the importance of the medallion. XYZ retail XYZ assigned to complete work at said store for said brand. XYZ at XYZ retailer, me, Divine Oracle, authorized agent, requesting access for areas where said brand is sold, backroom inventory of brand, product stocking, and merchandising of said brand, photography, documenting an authentic version of the medallion scrolls up and down. This work will be required, and stocking of the item in stockroom. Merchandiser is authorized to complete the work. Merchandiser can supply a copy of the authorization letter. Blah, 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 blah. Phone number to the corporate office and the email address to the person who's given the authorization of, let's just say, De Beers Diamonds or Louis Vuitton or Dolce and Gabbana or Kraft Velveeta cheese or I mean, I can go on, the list goes on. So when I go in and I present my medallion, and then all of a sudden things happen, I lose a contract or and it's all happening in a certain demographic. Now we have a problem. Not a certain demographic, but a certain region, this, that, and now we have a problem because now you're trying to dismantle my professionalism, not only for who I am as a person, earning a living, but scoping out and learning how the employees of these major corporations treat people who are coming in to do a job for other corporations. I digress. I can go on and go on and go on. As a matter of fact, this video that I'm uploading, I will send to CNN. These are things that I would hope the next president will address, because these type of, when, let's just say, I don't want to say names, certain corporations have different contracts with different other corporations within the corporation to do other things for their consumers. And you don't know what the person is there for. They could be there to bring another major brand is put on their shelves, or to make sure another major brand is going to consistently fill their shelves. I'll leave it right there.